did you know that the Hey Mercedes voice assistant has been around for about 6 whole years now? And I bet you didn't know it could do this. Hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
Turn on the lights in my house.
Let's do it. I'll turn on your lights.
So in this video, we're checking out the most extensive list I've ever made on all the Hey Mercedes voice commands you can do. Now I should add, this is connected to the internet in certain countries and certainly in the UK through a Mercedes Me account, for example. So the list of commands will get better and better over time, and some direct commands that you might not even know about, which I'll share toward the end of the video. Let's take a look. Now the most popular one, I'm sure, if you're lucky enough to have ambient light in your car, so this is all the kind of blue you see in here at the moment, you can of course change the colour. Now the Mercedes voice assistant doesn't do every single colour across the spectrum via voice, but you can get it to do quite a few common colours. Hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
Change the ambient lighting to red, please.
Okay, I'm changing the colour.
There we go. Now, you don't have to say please, but I just thought I'd say it because I know it winds a few of you up in the comments. Last time I did this video, that a few of you were like, why are you saying please to the voice assistant? But no, I'll stop. So yes, I think you can even do the brightness as well, so you can dim it down a bit if it's too much at night time, because the blue that it was on is very, very bright, I will add, at night time. Looks like a spaceship driving down the road in the middle of the night. Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Change the ambient lighting to blue.
Okay, I'm changing the colour.
Now yes, that's probably one of the most popular ones, but let's go through a few others. So, for example, if you're going to use the inbuilt sat-nav, not Apple Maps or Google Maps or Waze via Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, if you're going to use the inbuilt sat-nav, this is where you can make use of the Hey Mercedes voice assistant. So, if you've got home programmed in, Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Navigate home.
Calculating route.
Now I've just set that to the middle of the town centre just for this example here. Yes, you do have your home programmed in. It'll of course navigate you straight home. Now did you know you can also have it down for work as well? So if you have your work programmed in, this is all done via the Where To and the Favourites menu. So if you go onto Where To just here, you've got home and work here. As long as you've got those saved, you can give the exact command to that to navigate home or work. So it's quite clever. Now, just for argument's sake, I've just got that sat-nav going again from point A to point B, but did you know you can also add a stop along the way, or what Mercedes like to call an intermediate destination? So to do this, hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
Set Asda as an intermediate destination.
Here is what I found. Where do you want to go?
I think we'll go with that one.
Intermediate destination has been set. Route guidance is going to restart.
There we go. So now what that's doing is from here, point A, going to go via the shop and then to the final destination. So quite clever if you need to add something, you know, someone rings you like while you're driving, oh, can you come pick me up? You can literally add that as an intermediate destination or a stop. And of course, you can cancel the whole thing just by asking to cancel it over voice as well. Right, on to the next one. Now after this we have phone commands. Now I'm currently using my phone to capture this kind of screen at the moment, so I can't easily demonstrate this, but if you do have a phone connected, you can ask it to call certain people in your phone book. So you can literally just say, hey, the magic word. I'm going to use M as this example, otherwise it will trigger. So you go, hey M, call John Smith. Or there's a hidden thing as well where you can actually get it to switch phones. So with MBUX you can have up to 3 devices connected at the same time. 2 for calls, so a primary and a secondary phone, and then also the third phone or third device can be playing music. You can actually switch the devices. So if you go, hey M, I use that as an example again, switch phone, it'll swap the phones around from your primary and secondary phone, just in case you're going to swap drivers. So that's also a very quick thing you can do as well. You can also ask it to bring up the missed calls as well. So if you say, hey M, you can say missed calls, and it'll show you all your missed calls which come up from your previous kind of dialed and missed call history. Now another really cool thing is you can actually get the multimedia system here to read out your text messages. Now you do have to enable this on your phone, so if you connect up an Android you'll get 3 prompts when you first connect it. It'll say pairing code, so you always do allow or accept for that one. Then it'll ask for the contact phone book request, and then also it'll do text messages. Now if you have an iPhone it's a bit different. You have the pairing code, contacts, but you're missing that kind of text message prompt that comes up. Don't worry, there is a hidden thing on how you can do that. I'll link that down below on how you can do it. But basically on your iPhone, just go settings, Bluetooth, find your car on that list and turn on show notifications. That way text messages will come through and then you can simply say, hey, read out my last text message, and it'll read it back to you. So next one, conveniently after this, would be radio. Now I don't listen to a lot of radio myself, but there are a few commands you can give on it. Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Play BBC Radio 2. Now it's important to note with this that you give the exact name of the radio station, and they have changed. It used to be called BBC R2 or something along those lines anyway, but yeah, make sure you say BBC Radio 2 for example, or Classic FM. Just make sure you give that exact name of the radio station that it's currently called. So if there's like Christmas ones that appear like over Christmas time, make sure you give the exact name of what it's called. Now another one you could do is literally, hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
Next station. And it will go forward to station just like that. And you can also do the same for previous station as well. Just use that exact command. Now another useful thing you can do is turn on or off the traffic announcements. Now I personally don't use these. These are the announcements that are like every half an hour or every hour on the radio transmitted in the UK. I personally just use SatNav and it just gives me the fastest route. So I find that personally a lot easier. But if you do want the traffic alerts on or traffic announcements, hey Mercedes, traffic announcements on.
Traffic announcements are activated.
Now I should also add as well, you don't need to be on this specific screen to do these commands. So for example, right now I could give a command for the SatNav, and likewise if I'm on the phone screen, I could also change the radio station, or if I'm on this screen, I could phone someone. So it really doesn't matter, as long as you give the command, it will work. Now, if you're one of the few people who do have music playing from, say, a USB stick, so for example in here there's 2 USB-C ports, so as long as you've got like albums in a folder or artists and all the kind of data for the track information's on the tracks, then it should work. So you can literally say, hey, play artist such and such, or play this album, or even play this playlist as well. So yeah, pretty cool. So now guys, a few of you might be wondering, how on earth did I get a Mercedes-Benz car to turn my lights on and off at home? Actually, it's quite clever. It's all linked through the Mercedes Me app. Now, again, I know this varies a lot around the world from obviously reading in the comments. Mercedes Me sadly isn't available everywhere, so I guess as long as you've got Mercedes Me and you can see this in the app, then it should work. I did spot this in the app a long time ago, and I think it's just been switched on, so pretty cool. And I can confirm it does work in the UK on this specific car, which is the new GLB MBUX NTG7 one without the touchpad. So yeah, let me know if you guys tried it down below. So yeah, basically to do this and to link it up, load up your Mercedes Me app, tap on the menu button top left, then tap on your car, then go to manage services, then go to comfort, and finally go to MBUX voice assistant just here. Then you want to tap on linked accounts, and here you can see 3 things. One of them is Bosch Smart Home, Philips Hue and Samsung Smart Things. Now, I'm sure there's probably a lot of other things you can do with this. I personally don't use any Bosch Smart Home stuff or Samsung Smart Things. I think my TV in the bedroom might be or something, but yeah, I linked up Philips Hue, and yes, you can give it commands to turn on and off the lights. So guys, if you want me to cover, I don't know, these topics and see what you can do with all this, let me know and I might make a video about it. But yeah, let's have a look at some more commands on the multimedia system. So all that's pretty cool, but now we'll get onto some things that you might not know that the multimedia system can do. I know this is quite lazy because there is a button literally just up here, but you could say, hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
turn on my reading light.
I'm switching on the reading light.
See, now I know that is quite lazy because the button is literally just here, so yeah. But there again, say you're, I don't know, driving in the middle of the night and you don't want to fumble around for buttons because the car's new to you, for example, then you could just ask it to turn on the reading light. Passenger can do the same thing as well. And quite cleverly as well, Mercedes introduced this a few years ago. Basically, there are microphones either side, so there's one up here and one here. Depending on who gives the command will actually affect what the car does. So for example, one of the other ones you can do is your heated seat. If I ask it to turn on my heated seat, it'll turn on mine. And if the passenger asks to turn on heated seat, it'll turn on that one. Now, it's not just about heated seats as well. You can also ask it to do the climate control. So a real world example here, I have the climate control set to 20 degrees right now. What about if we want to make it colder? Hey Mercedes,
How can I help?
change the climate control to 17 degrees.
The temperature is set to 17 degrees.
Now, arguably, yes, I do just use the button. From memory, I kind of know where all the buttons are anyway, but, you know, just in case you're driving on a very dark road at night time and you don't know the car, you can just give it a command and it can do it for you. Saves you fumbling around in the dark looking for buttons. Now, also, if you're lucky enough to have one of these, a sunroof, you can actually ask it to do the blind. And the command for that is, hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
close the roller blind.
I'm closing the roller sun blind on the sliding sunroof.
There you go. You can also open it as well. Now, sadly, there are a few things that you can and can't do on the voice assistant. For example, most of the things are going to be done over here. So you can't ask it to do windows or change drive modes or activate cruise control, because obviously for safety, can you imagine one of your passengers saying, hey, turn on the cruise control when you don't want it, or wipers or gears or things like that. So yeah, moving parts are like a no-no apart from the roller blind. That's the only moving part I've ever noticed that the voice assistant will move and change. But yeah, let's have a look at some more. Now, another cool thing you can do, rather than fumbling around with menus over here trying to find the thing you're after and you want to know when the car's due for service, just ask it. Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
how many days till my next service?
The next service is due in 22,110 kilometres.
Yeah, it's a shame that it gives it in kilometres, but hey ho. At least it kind of gives you, it kind of reads the information from here. Now, because the voice assistant is also connected to online, this is, again, only available in certain countries as long as it's connected through a Mercedes Me account, you can actually give it commands to pull up a weather forecast, for example. So if I remember it was going to be raining later, hence why I'm kind of filming like right now. Hey Mercedes, what's the weather today?
Today it will be rainy in Poole with a low of 9 and a high of 14 degrees.
The rain has moved closer to, it was only meant to be raining later in the afternoon, but now it seems to be a bit closer in the morning. So yeah. Now you can also give it a command to ask for the weather in another town or even at your destination. Now, of course, you'll need to be using the inbuilt sat-nav for this. So say you're navigating to London, what's the weather at my destination? It will also do that as well. Now, I was reading online, apparently there's a geo quiz that you can do. I don't know if this works in the UK, so I was researching about all the hidden things you can do before making a video. And apparently you can do a geo quiz. Let's give it a go. Hey Mercedes, play geo quiz.
Welcome to GeoQuiz 10 geography questions coming right up. First question, what's the capital of Poland?
Oh God, I've not been to Poland, so I don't know. Okay, well, before I kind of embarrass myself with knowing geography, there is a geo quiz you can play. I should probably know the capital of a few places, so I would be very bad at pub quizzes. But anyway, yeah, there's a geo quiz you can do. Say you're charging your car, for example, or waiting for a friend or family member. You could play a game with the car just to pass some time. Now, to entertain the kids, you can also do animal sounds. So I remember I did this before and someone mentioned it in YouTube comments, and that's how I found this out actually from you guys, because you shared with me. Yeah, you can ask it to do animal sounds. I think it does like monkey, cat, maybe dog, and all sorts of things. So, hey Mercedes, what does a cat sound like? There we go, taking some cues from Alexa and Google. Also, another thing I read online is apparently you can ask it your horoscope. Hey Mercedes, what's my horoscope for Virgo?
Here's what's in store for Virgo. You feel content and personal problems which bother you are easily resolved. You're encouraged to be more curious about new people, and a sense of adventure is rewarded with stimulating conversations and exciting experiences. Don't exhaust yourself. Help build your body's resistance the best way you're able to, with regular sauna sessions or similar.
Okay, so apparently from that I need to go to the sauna. Yeah, well, there you go. So if you believe in horoscopes or not. I personally don't really look at them, but hey ho, you can get a horoscope reading in the car. We learn something every day. Now another really cool one is obviously getting it to tell a joke. So there's a variety of different jokes that I've heard over the years, and yeah, they certainly have got cheesier, I think is the correct term. Hey Mercedes, tell me a joke.
Which vegetable do sailors hate the most? Leeks.
They're just so bad. God. Okay, yeah, well, ask it in your car and it will probably tell you a different joke. Now, I remember there was a thing that happened a few years ago that Mercedes did have this in cars as well, but I'm just curious if it's still here. Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
what do you think of BMW?
The same as you do. Otherwise we would not be sitting here.
Wow, okay, all right then. Shots fired from Mercedes. With all that, obviously there's so many different commands you can ask it. There is a thing you can actually say, is you can say, hey M, what can I ask you? And they actually give you kind of a list of all things you can ask it. But there's one thing I was saving till the very end, and these are called direct commands. Now I do use these quite a bit in my own car, and they basically save you having to even say the words, hey, you know the word. So with direct commands, you can literally just say a specific phrase and it will just act on it. You may have accidentally said this by accident when driving around day to day, and you might have found the car just randomly does something. But as long as you know what those direct commands are, you can use them to your advantage. So what are the commands? Well, the easiest way of finding out what they are is on the screen here. All you do is just make sure you're on the home screen here, go all the way across to settings, which is of course, again, on the far right hand side. Go in here, then what you're looking for is system, just along the top, and then you'll want to be on the intelligent assistance menu icon, and then go across to Hey Mercedes, and then go to the settings icon. Now in here you can see direct commands. Now this is how you can turn them off if you don't like them. Obviously make sure it's on if you want to use that feature. Swipe across to the I, and here are all the direct commands you can give. Now if you swipe down this list like this, you can see there are various different ones. Next track is certainly one that I do use, and I was just waiting for it to trigger then because I said the word. But yeah, you can make it louder, you can make it quieter, you can change the map view, for example. So let's give you a quick demo. Let's go to the map and change the view. 2D map view.
Displaying map in 2D.
3D map view.
Displaying map in 3D.
See, now I'm not even saying anything else or pressing any buttons. I literally just say 2D map view.
Displaying
And it'll
map
change
in
it.
2D.
But those are direct commands. There's a whole list of them. I think they do vary from car to car, so check in that menu just to obviously see the entire list that you can do. So there we go guys, that concludes this week's video. Now if you wanted to see more content like this, make sure to hit that like button and of course that subscribe button right below this video. And of course use that comment section if you have any questions, or of course if you had a suggestion for a future video, let me know down below. But guys, thank you so much, see you next time.